All right, and we are live. And this time I didn't forget to put on my microphone. So today we have again Germany versus England, and it's gonna be today WorkerBee versus Nostred. So it's gonna be Dragon for Germany and Scorpion for Nostred. And let's have a look at the standings. England has one win with Mugurin Luca winning over Hidamoro, and as we saw in the last game, Gomez, aka WorkerBee, took the win over Hamilton in the mirror, crane mirror. Thank you, Dunzo. I actually did something right this time. So let's have a quick look at the deck lists before we get started. So it's going to be same shit, different cancel for Nostred. Keeper of Earth, Secret Cache, yeah, you know the stuff. Anything special in the lineup here? He has New Shoju, 2 Master Whisperer, playing 3 Vice Proprietor, 2 Social Illusionist, 2 Disciple of Shinsei. Otherwise nothing special there. 1 Scavenger, 2 Sneaks, 1 Seeker of Knowledge, that's interesting. Miyako, 3 Assassination, Backhanded, 2 Bonsai. Sensor is gonna be key in this matchup, I think. And Build with Shadows. And Suffer the Consequences is an addition to this deck. He's not running favorable. Was the Scorpion running favorable before? I wasn't aware. Oh well. This Nostred is not running favorable ground anyways, and is running Suffer the Consequences, and this card is going to be super interesting to see. He's gonna have another opportunity to perhaps get an unopposed conflict or steal a rain to get the favor. I think Suffer the Consequences is going to be big here. Yeah, he's not running favorable ground. He is not. And for Dragon, quite a similar name, same old, same old. Seeker Void, having Pilgrimage and Shameful, of course. And this looks like, yeah, the Neaten Master deck. For Neaten Master we have Old Mitsu. Well, yeah, it's a good card, Arash, so I don't blame you for thinking that. Although the Scorpion do have quite a tight Dynasty deck nowadays. Let's have a quick look at the Conflict deck as well. It's running Common Cause for another ready. Also called Wrong Mitsu, yeah. And we have Pathfinder's Blade, of course, and Inscribed Tanto for that extra ready. Also 3 Fine Katanas. Cardamine, Horta 2, nothing particularly special here. It's the good old, same old, same old. Looks like both decks are more of the same, even in their titles. Yeah. It looks like we're back in 2017. Except that Scorpion is not on Seeker Void. Let's zoom in a bit. And Dragon is not on Seeker Fire. But other than that, we're pretty much back in 2017. So time for some nostalgia. Or PTSD if you want to look at it that way. We see WorkerBee on first player. Ooh, that's a great flop for WorkerBee, I think. 2 storehouses. And he was running Finger of Jade. Oops, that's the wrong way. He's running 3 Finger of Jades. It's gonna go for Investigator. I think that's gonna be great for WorkerBee. Taking a look at a Scorpion's hand is always a good idea. We'll see quite an aggressive buy here from Nostred, buying the Bayushi Lyre with 1 Fate, and the Blackman Artist with 1 Fate as well. Usually you just see the lyre with 0 fate, but sometimes Scorpion player decides to go for 1 on it. Save it for 1 turn. WorkerBee decides to pass. He's afraid of the display of power, and of course Blackmail Artist and Push Lyre. Lyre with 1 is a strong play. Yeah, maybe I'm biased. Playing Unicorn all the time, it's not much use having a dash 3 and investing in it in that matchup, I guess. So maybe it is more common than what I see, because I only play purple cards, sometimes green cards, but that's very far in between. And we see a poke here with the Goblin Sneak on Risto, and WorkerBee is gonna burn that bonsai to make Nostred break. So that's a good idea in Unicorn, because yeah. So yeah, it might be more common than what I think it is. And we see Nostred going for an aggressive airing directly here. Instead of opting for a keeper for the Earth Ring. He's gonna go for the air directly. So this Resto is gonna break, so this is gonna be probably around 4 cards gone from Nostred, unless he has a Miyako here. Miyako would be huge, because that's a wasted card out of... Oh wait, he can't play Miyako because he has 0 fate, never mind. So see if Nostred plays any cards here. Does he run any attachments? 0 attachments, okay. So you can't put down like fans or katanas. Nostred is considering assassinate. Yeah, he could assassinate Golden Sneak. That is an option. Yeah, air seems like a very aggressive choice here. And assassination seems like the only way out here. If he doesn't want to discard half his hand. So yeah, we're really back in 2017 here. Resto screwing people in the first turn in the first conflict. Yeah, good to be back. So no assassination, and we see Nostred discarding court games, calling in favors assassination. He had an assassination, he just didn't want to use it. Interesting. He wanted the ring. I can swim as well. Yeah, it wasn't the biggest resto hit. At least now it's gone, I guess. But yeah, I agree with you, Dancer, there. Discarded a Finger Jade. No one discarded a Finger Jade. WorkerBee passes again, okay. So he's gonna defend this. This political onslaught, as one would say. Sorry, I meant calling. Okay, so, well, that is kind of a Finger of Jade in this matchup. So, no worries there. Yeah, pretty much. Let's see if Nostred goes for conflict here. If it does, we might have your wish granted, Arash. Want to see what Nostred kept in this amazing hand, having discarded court games, calling in favors, I Can Swim. Both I Can Swim and calling in favors seems like quite huge. Especially with him going air to try to lower the bids early. What do I know? Alright, second flip, we see two vice proprietors and Bayushi Shoju for Nostred, and we see Yukuni. Why don't you play Shoju and then use Yukuni to copy Shoju? You can draw all the cards. That's a great idea, right? Venerable Opportunist, Initiate, and Swordsmith as well. There is an assassination in the bin. I think... yeah, you can only copies for a face. So you have to copy in the... Oh, okay, yeah, that doesn't work. Alright. If he wanted to do that for some reason. Which I assume most people don't want to do that against Scorpion. Yeah, he's not gonna play Yukuni, he's opting to go for the Swordsmith. This is very risky because I think actually that Nostred has another assassination in hand. Just because of that airing and because he discarded the one. And I like this passing from WorkerBee because now he's gonna get back the fate from the ring if Nostred decides to go for a political attack first. There's a reprieve on the Swordsmith, okay. Fair enough. So then the 2 fate buy wasn't that bad after all. Especially with the Calling in Favors gone. How many Calling in Favors is he playing? He's playing all 3, okay. So Swordsmith triggering, finding a Finger Jade, that's also great for WorkerBee. All of them. He's running all of the Calling in Favors. He has all the favors. Been blackmailing the dragon for so long. Let's see what Nostred goes for here. He's gonna go for a little poke. Military. The blackmail artist. That is interesting. That is very interesting. Why not just go with the Goblin Sneak instead? Nostred decides to change his attacker. But still put some pressure on WorkerBee to defend this because this is gonna be Keeper getting dropped. And it is Pilgrimage, okay. I think Nostred is fine with this. I think it would have been cool to get the card because he's down 5 cards, well 4 cards with the Liar, and then up 5 again, down 5 again with the Investigator. But yeah, I think Nostred is fine with this. He got a kind of big defense out of WorkerBee here for a very little investment. And they found Pilgrimage. Whatever value that holds. What's left in the row? It is Upholding, it is Shameful. Okay. So I guess Nostred is hoping to find Upholding next. I assume. You can use Mountain Anvils on your opponent if they have attachments. Okay, that's cool. Nostred does not run any attachments though. With a Finger Jade going on the Togeshi initiate, that is... Huh. That seems like a very aggressive play from WorkerBee, considering that he's going away this turn. He's gonna go Void on Toshirambo. I think this is just gonna get through. And then Display of Power. I think Nostred is totally fine with Toshirambo breaking. Although I'm not sure he wants to use the display here. Yeah, he might want to use the display actually, because he wants to keep the favor either to him or keep it even. 2-2 here. Yeah, 2-2 here. So you see the Hurricane Punch. Draw a card. And it's going to be a pass from Nostred, probably. He's down 6 minutes here. Showed you. Yes, I'm wondering if Nostred goes for an attack here. I'm kind of thinking that he does. Although I'm not sure, that could mean that Shouju goes away. They will Dirtle on Paul. Dirtle, does that mean that they won't attack or that they will attack? Okay, so no display power, they'll do nothing. Yeah, that seems like the safest play for Nostred. Do nothing. And then if the investigator for some reason attacks Shouju to try to get it away, he'll just defend with a punch. But we see an attack here. We see a full out attack, and it's going to be air again, really going aggressive on this airing. And this is very interesting because this is going to be a firing with 3 fate on next turn, most likely. Investigator, yeah. That's going to be huge for WorkerBee next turn. That's 3 fate. Wow. Crush Pilgrimage and take the honor. Yeah, I think that's the plan here. I mean, he runs like court games and stuff, right? I think. Okay, we see Kiriko. Well, yeah, that makes sense, discarding it here. Yeah, this seems like a reasonable attack for Nostred, because of the blackmail artist and stuff like that. We see Censor, that's going to be huge next turn. Never mind, he's not going to get in favor, so that is dead card. We see another calling in favors. The way of the scrolls means he can't trigger just a waste an attachment. Nostred passes. We do see the display of power that he saved. Nostred doesn't need to do anything here. What does WorkerBee decide to do here? Nostred doesn't have anything else except that Way of the Scorpion and calling in favors, I guess. See a Pathfinder's Blade going on the Investigator just to get the buff, I assume. Make Nostred play a card. See the second Pathfinder's Blade going on. Okay, so we're gonna see the investigator go up to a 5 and then go back down to a 3 with the stronghold trigger and the way of the scorpion. No, we couldn't have used the Kiriko because that was the one discarded, and the reaction happens after the effect is resolved, not after it's triggered as it says, because I think it has been errated or something. Yeah, the effect does get to resolve before you can use it. So that's why it works on Border Rider as well, because the Border Rider gets to ready and then it bows. Which is sad. Okay, we see a hawk tattoo. Okay, this is super aggressive for WorkerBee. Hawk tattoo and Void Fist to smack away the usual liar, not the blackmail artist. Huh. Okay. It would have been a 63 and it would still not be breaking because he has nothing left in hand. So very interesting to go for the liar instead of the blackmail artist here. He's gonna lose 1 honor, WorkerBee. Huh. And very aggressive play here. That is a bunch of stuff dumped into a Togashi Initiate. Although he's up on cards, he's up 1 card at the end of this turn, and he's just gonna be, let's see, 2 fate down. I'm not sure Way of the Scorpion on the Initiate would be that good because he has played a Finger of Jade here, so I think that would have been a bit of a waste. If there was no Finger of Jade, then yeah, then sure. Ooh, we see the common cause. Yeah, it's the same as the last game I streamed. It's so easy to forget these attachments. Like when there's so many and they're everywhere and they are so small, you don't see them. And yeah, this is super aggressive. Common causing here. To ready a 1 strength investigator, staring down a Miyako. Let's hope he has some buffs. We have a Tattooed Wanderer, so well, that works. So it's gonna cover the Miyako here, so it's fine. This is probably gonna be fire. Yeah, he doesn't run any Ornate Fans, so he has like only Seal of the Dragon and Court Games to buff with. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, well, it's the Dragon Clan. Some players have to be aggressive, then some players have to be less aggressive. There has to be balance in the clan, because that's what you guys do, right? Oh yeah, Nostred has DOP as well. I forgot that. So this is gonna be favor for Nostred, actually. Yeah. Uh-oh. Then I assume he's just gonna go water. No, he's gonna go fire. Okay. It's gonna be shameful. And he needs Court Games doesn't do anything. He needs 2 Seal of the Dragon here. So we see the Court Games, and that's gonna get Way of the Scorpion. Back down to 1. And WorkerBee passes. Ooh. Uh-oh. And that's gonna be display power. Shame on you, Swordsmith. Okay, so let's have a recap at this turn. We have Nostred up on honor. His board is going away though. They are even on cards, although there's a bunch of stuff played on these characters, dragon characters. Yeah, I guess that would qualify as a bad attack. There is a shoujo incoming. And he has sensor as well, yeah, that's correct. So, yeah, I'd have to agree that Scorpion is in a leading position here, even with the board that's still here, even it's not that strong. So, yeah, Scorpion is definitely favored here, haha, because they have the favor, of course. So it's gonna be Shouju, probably Yokuni going away. First we want to save anemic. I don't know that word, anemic. I'm gonna Google it. Anemic. Anemisk på svenska. Anemisk betydelse. Very little blood. Okay. Low in blood, weak. Weak in blood. Okay. Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay. Anemia is a disease where you don't have enough iron in the blood. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. We don't have that problem in Sweden because we tuggar taggtråd, som man säger. If there are any Swedes in the chat that will get that reference. Hopefully. We don't see the Yokuni, we see a Tranquil Philosopher, and that's actually a very good buy for WorkerBee. Getting that one honor every turn. Tumbleweed rolls past, yeah. Turns out doing very vague Swedish references on a international stream is often a very bad idea. Well, I had fun, and that's all that matters. Okay, we see a vice proprietor buy here first. I'm kind of triggered that Scorpion gets the best merchant card when there's a whole family dedicated to merchant stuff. Okay. Ooh. Shouju goes in, and there's gonna be a 4-1 bid for WorkerBee, but there is a Cloud of Mine going down on Shouju, so he's kind of fine. Dragon is playing 3 clouds. I don't think we see Nostred using the calling in favors here. Do we? Nah. Yeah, it's kind of an expensive calling in favors, but I guess it might be worth it. Maybe. It's a 1 honor loss, down to 3, and then 2 cards, getting close to backhanded. Yeah, probably. Up to 4 with the, again, with the Tranquil Philosopher. Yeah, he does want the Proprietor as well. So that's why Nostred is taking a couple of seconds here. Yeah, and WorkerBee hasn't used the Swordsmith yet, so he can be lucky and find another one. So I do agree with Nostred taking some time here to consider his options, because this is probably quite an important moment here. I don't think the Vice Proprietor trigger here is so important, if he has at least one for shame, because dishonored characters are dishonored. And Nostred decides to go for the pass, okay. He is fine with just having a 7 political beat stick. And we see WorkerBee making some shenanigans, moving some fate around, going up to 5 honor. I think we might see, okay, Swordsmith trigger, let's see what we get. We see Seal of the Dragon. So political buff. Yes, time for the calling favors. Shoujo only matters again next round. Yeah, okay, he could. Never mind, that doesn't work. I just stopped that thought process. We see Finger of Jade going on the Swordsmith, so that's a bunch of protection on that Swordsmith. And it's going in political. I'd assume, yeah, he's going to go with the Investigator instead, just go Shameful and protect against the Shameful with the Pathfinders and cover Shoujo. That works. And then maybe put a Fate on the Fire Ring. Is reasonable, or Water, because it's a bad ring. You can... Yes, you can. You can finger Vice Proprietor. Yes, yes you can. And I say that with confidence, because Christian isn't here to correct me. Yeah, but how does he honor the Vice Proprietor though? He doesn't want to waste the court games though, does he? And Shameful is just gonna get cancelled by the Pathfinders. But yeah, that would have been great for Nostred if Vice Proprietor got honored somehow here. Maybe go Fire? Showed you? Fire or Earth seems reasonable for a backswing here. Yeah, again, attachments are so hard to miss. Should I zoom in a bit more, maybe? We don't have... Okay, that doesn't work at all. Yeah, it's gonna have to stay like this. Maybe I could like hover over these attachments from time to time. Although my beautiful face is in the way, but you can kind of see them. So we have a Swordsmith with Reprieve, Fine Katana, and Finger Jade, and the Investigator with 2 Pathfinder's Blade and Tattoo Wanderer. And Nostred decides to go for the For Shame here, to bow. Which means that he's probably on that idea to use the Calling in Favors later. Or maybe use the Proprietor now to bow the Tranquil Philosopher. That's probably the idea. Now we see Fate going on the Void Ring. So that incentivizes Nostred to go for... Yeah, exactly. He's gonna use Proprietor to bow the Philosopher. This Fate going on the Void Ring incentivizes Shoujo to go Void even more and get rid of the Investigator. You have a lot of negative space on this right side of the screen. Yeah, that's a problem with OBS. It is... I could go like this to make it like... I don't know... nicer. More... what's the word? Symmetrical. If that's better. But yeah, OBS is dumb. I blame it on OBS. It can't be my incompetence at all. Not at all. Earth is probably the correct choice. Yeah, done so. I take back what I said, because it's gonna get a keeper and hopefully get a card out of it as well. With Swordsmith only having a 1 critical skill. And we see the trigger here. We see Censor getting discarded out of Backhanded, Banzai Calling, Censor, and Goblin Sneak. Okay, so he has left Backhanded, Banzai, Calling in Favors, and Goblin Sneak. No Censor. My brain hurts. All this math. He has no display of power. That's the proprietor bowing. Keep philosopher. Yeah, it's not the greatest hand. If Shoju was not clouded, could perhaps get some value out of it next turn, drawing some good cards to complement it. You take the sneak. Yeah, sneak could be good. Could have stopped this Tattooed Wanderer coming in and winning this conflict. Good thing I predicted Dispatch. Dispatch is a great unicorn card, by the way. We're not, of course, talking about Dispatch to Nowhere, we're talking about Dispatch here. The greatest card in existence. I'm not sure if that's splashable. Not sure if that has influence. I haven't looked at the card in like since it was previewed. It went straight into binder, never touched it. But yeah, a Dispatch to Nowhere would be huge here next turn. So great it's limited. It's one influence. Oh, so then it can splash all three. Okay, great. We see Shoji going for the straight airing here. I avoid. Yeah, I'm with you there, Dan. So what do you call it? Earthling would have been more value here. A more aggressive play, one could say, as well. Well, no, the Voyage is probably the more aggressive because it gets rid of the threats on board earlier, while Earth is more setup. You do get rid of the Investigator. That is entirely correct. He's not on the big brain plane of flipping 3 Dispatch to Nowhere next turn. Swordsmith can stop the break, yeah. But assuming, well, considering that he didn't go Earth, Swordsmith is now free to attack. He didn't want to defend it, because it wasn't Earth, I guess. Protects Shuji from Void, which means 2 cards drawn, which is better than that. But keeper initiates, always go for the keeper initiates, right? That's always the best play. Now we see a return Earth here. And try to break the Shameful, I assume. WorkerBee gotta. That's his only game plan here. Yeah, Earth is really good here. No display power and a free break, right? We don't have anything. He has the Goblin Sneak. That's and a Banzai. Okay, so this might be not such a free break after all. Finger J for Shameful Display. Yeah, he's protected against that. Although Shameful Display doesn't do shit here. This is probably a sneak. Although Zero Fate, yeah. Zero Fate. Ibuki seems like an expensive play here, but a huge play if he gets the win. Although he's down to 2 strength to Ibuki because Dishonored, yeah. So much math. So many options. He Goblin Sneaks at home. Okay, he's gonna go for a 3rd attack here. I mean a 2nd attack. Instead of going for a defense on the Shameful. Interesting. We have Appalling and Shameful left in the Dragon row. Yeah, that makes sense, Arash. although it stops the break, and that is the win condition for Dragon, so there is more value to that, but yeah, I get what you're saying. So we see the break. Calling in favors is discarded. That is huge. Oh, why didn't he? Could have used the calling in favors now on the Cloudmine on the Goblin Sneak. Oh, oopsie. That would have been good play. Although he might have wanted to keep the bonsai. Yeah, keeping the bonsai. Yeah, because now suddenly Nostred is on Stronghold next turn if he plays the bonsai and it gets through. Yeah, exactly. Showed you is going to be honored on box. And Investigator is gone. Gesha Swordsmith is weak. Philosopher is weak. Tattooed Wonder is weak. Oh yeah, Void Fist works on dash characters, that is right. But I think... Okay, he discarded the Sensor before, yeah. We should just keep Sneak in hand and then disguise for the Bookie for the restand. Yeah, I guess that would have been better, because that means that he wouldn't have to play any cards, any additional cards, because that's 3 on the break. I mean 3 skill for the break. So yeah, that would have been a cool attack. Showed you is correct, gonna be an 11, and that is 4 on the Stronghold for skill. So there's a 7 difference that WorkerBee has to work around before cards are played. There's a reprieve on the Investigator, of course. So now Nostred is really gonna dig for those dispatch to nowhere, of course. Yeah, there's still the backhand left. Yeah, also the earthing as well was it was risky for Nostred if the bonsai was to be discarded. It would have been very bad for Nostred if that bonsai had been discarded from the earthing, because then it would have wasted the Goblin Sneak, pretty much. It's a 5-1, yeah. I'm not sure WorkerBee is that insane. 5-1 is Nostred was 5. Yeah, I could see definitely a 5 bid here from Nostred. Do you season here though? Don't you use the storehouse? You season directly. Yeah, he doesn't care about the extra Phaeton Shoujo. This is either the last turn or the next to last. I would like the storehouse. Storehouse play. Yeah, okay, so 2 alibi artists. That is definitely a 5 bid here from Nostred, I assume. Just buy all the characters and then go slam face. See Blackmail Artist. So what's left in the Scorpion deck? There's 2 for Shames, 1 Way of the Scorpion, 1 Calling in Favors, 1 Bonsai, 1 Bonsai doesn't matter. Court Games, 2 of Court Games. One Kiriko. There is the... Oops, did I leave the game? Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. What else matters? Banzai matters. For shame matters. Oh, there's only 2 for shames. Okay. See the Doom Shigenya for WorkerBee, of course. Always a good body. See the first alibi artist played. Might see a second as well. Okay, so let's have a count here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skill for WorkerBee. So that is 12. So Nostred is still currently breaking. 14, 15 actually with the pump from the Anvil Castle. 11, 13, 14, 15. So Nostred is still breaking if he plays the alibi artist here. Under the Dragon box is what they have been using under the box for 2 years. That's a hint. Arash got it. Hey, we have a winner. And it is probably not WorkerBee. 2 plus 2 is 4. Quick maths. Classic, yeah. Very classic. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from the box. 12. That's 16. The province strength 11, 13, 15, 17. So yeah, Nostred is currently breaking. And we do see a 5 bid from Nostred and a 2 from WorkerBee. That's a nice bid from WorkerBee, I think. The 2 keeps Nostred just above the box trigger. Now do we see the 3rd calling in favors here? Nostred discard, of course. There is I Can Swim, Assassination, 2 calling in favors, 1 Court Games, 1 Kiriko, 2 After Scorpion, 2 Sneaks, all Sneaks, that is. 1 Display Power, 1 Miyako left in the deck, 1 For Shame left, 2 Sensors, 1 Banzai left. And for WorkerBee, that is Reprieve gone, 1 Common Cost, 2 Court Games gone, 1 Octa 2, 1 Finger Jade gone, 1 Void Fist, 1 Hurricane Punch, 1 Banzai. And no calling in favors played on Shoju. So this attack, I think it has to be water. Nostred is, yeah, he's on 3 assassinations. Okay, it seems like, yeah. Oh, Nostred just steals that honor. So then WorkerBee could have gone for a 3 bid here. The Seal of the Dragon Investigator, what is that? It's over there, okay. That is a bit scary, considering I Can Swim is in the deck. No, there's only 1, okay. So the one off I Can Swim is gone. And now we see the big attack. So 17, so WorkerBee is gonna need 2 more skill if he defends it with everything to protect his stronghold. And that is the stronghold trigger accounted for. No, 1 more skill because he played the Seal of the Dragon. It is including box. He's gonna need 2 more skill. So 16, 17, 17 to 17. Void Fist is huge, so is Sensor. Let's have a look at the Scorpion hand, shall we? Give us the good stuff. And WorkerBee does not have a common cost, considering he's not defending with the Togeshi Initiative here. That is ballsy. Okay, let's have a looky. So there's at least 1 dead card in backhanded that we know of. We don't know the rest of the cards. WorkerBee can surely take his time here. Okay, so we see Assassination, Display of Power discarded. Okay. Okay. We see Suffer Consequences for Shame, Assassination. That seems like a bit of a throw. Discarding the display. I guess WorkerBee is confident that he can win this conflict. Given that he has seen the hand, he's done the... Yeah, we're definitely taking the Assassination for sure. But maybe has done some calculations, doing the quick math, because now he knows what is in his hand. Yeah, he's all in on the Void Fist. Otherwise, this is suicide. Although here comes the Albi Artist triggers, so that makes it a bit more risky. Which one did you use? Here comes the Void Fist, the first Void Fist. If there's a sensor here, that is... Oh, Cloud Mine. That works. Yeah, Albert artists are not that good. They're good, they're really good, but they're not drawing 4 cards a turn good. Yeah, he could backhand it himself, of course. That is the thing. He could draw a Court Games, he could draw... I mean, he can't draw that much. There's Court Games, there is the Secret Knowledge. I think those are the only buffs that he can get here. I can draw another Wave to Scorpion, and there we see the Void Fist, smack. Do we see a sensor? Has Nostred drawn a sensor here? No, no sensor. So that is very huge for WorkerBee. And this might just swing the game here. Keeping that Togeshi Initiate back. He gets to go... So that's why he went with the Display of Power. Because now we can go Water with the Initiate and slap a ready on the Tranquil Philosopher. And he has used Sacred Sanctuary as well on the Investigator. There's a smell of manure in the air. We have an open window because it's super hot here. But we live very close to like farm stuff. So there's a bunch of shit in the air. That's nice. Chicken shit. Yep, box is gonna get used. There is a for shame. There is a for shame. Though there are Finger of Jades on both the Swordsmith and the Investigator. But it could go on the Philosopher instead, yes. So WorkerBee is gonna have to play another card here of some sort. He does not have any more Court Games. He needs like a Silver Dragon, I think. I think that's it. Or another conflict character. I think it was on just 2 court games. No, 3 court games. We have still 1 left. He hasn't used Swordsmith yet. And finds a reprieve. That's not what he wants, I think. Unless he wants to go another turn, which I think he does, because under the Scorpion Stronghold is Abandoning Honor. So you could reprieve the Investigator. What's left in the Scorpion row? There's Shameful and Toshi Rambo, and then we have Secret Cash, that's huge. And Effective Deception. Pathfinder's Blade kills the Abandoning Honor as well as Secret Cash. And the Effective Deception. So Pathfinder's is huge here. I wouldn't say way ahead. There's still going to be a Keeper popping up here. And there's still board for our Nostred, although probably Shoujo is going away here. Yeah, not pre-playing the Reprieve is ballsy. So we see the water, and it goes with both characters just to get the Pathfinder's protection. Nostred does have another Bonsai. Nostred does have another Bonsai in his deck, so he could have drawn one. Or did he have one in the hand when we took a look at it? Nope. But there is a chance that he has drawn another Bonsai, and that could be a problem for WorkerBee here. Which means that he probably has to defend this next Stronghold attack. He has 3 cards we haven't seen. Yeah, that is correct. Stands the Swordsmith. Yep. So this is going to be interesting. Either WorkerBee is super chill and just lets the Keeper initiate through, and then just smacks with Swordsmith on Stronghold and just wins. Although there could be a Miyako as well. There's still 1 Miyako left in the deck to disguise over the Keeper initiate. He stands the Philosopher instead. That is interesting, considering he is potential 0 skill while the Swordsmith is still 2. Oh well.
Är du klar snart?
Jag är snart klar.
Det är ju mörkt på alla. Det är mörkt på... Nej, jag trodde det han hade tagit 4 där nu.
Nej.
Det är dumt.
Oh, is it a Scavenger? Sure. Scorpion spelare är långsammare. Sega. You heard that, Siri? You understood that? Said Scorpion players are slow. Now we see just a poke with the Scavenger. That is a great play for Nostred. Because this protects him both ways. He gets the Void Ring to protect Shoji or the Black Metal Artist if he so wants to. And he forces the potential defense out of the Tranquil Philosopher. Which means that his own Stronghold is safe. Through 13. Va?
Tänk om jag skulle göra så. Man ser dem. Det är jättekul.
My girlfriend is considering throwing a pillow at my face. Just for shits and giggles. Back to the game though. Nostred is only on 6 minutes left. So it's gotta feel the pressure here sometime soon. Although the game is soon to end, he still has to make decisions here. Adalia votes Pillow's throw.
Vad sa du?
En som röstar på kuddkastning här. There you got it. Oh, it says sensor from Nostred. So that's one of the cards that we didn't know of. That is... It's a pretty good sensor. And we see the bonsai. I'll forward that to my girlfriend, Paul. And that's breaking, and that's the second... No, that's all Hurricane Punch Blade. Do we see the third sensor? We see no third sensor, so this stronghold is safe. Hopefully this pillow is the only throw. Yeah. Adali, are you watching the game or are you watching the stream? Okay, we see a huge defense here from WorkerBee. That's great for WorkerBee. That is another character saved for the stronghold attack, and the reprieve going on the Kitsuki Investigator that we saw earlier. So it swings again. Nostred was so close to getting the stronghold break, but that clutch Void Fist saved him. Saved WorkerBee. And now it looks like it's going to be Nostred that's going to have difficulty defending his stronghold. Do they have F's in chat from Nostred? Cloud and Art is the real hero. Oh yeah! That is right. That is very right. Hey, we see a dispatch though. That's fun. So goodbye Investigator or Swordsmith. Of course you can watch your own team play, but you can't communicate with them at the same time. So I hope you're not forwarding our big brain plays that we're discussing here to your team. But by the looks of it, I hope you're not, because your team is losing. Yeah. For your own good, I hope you're not helping Nostred here, because he is currently losing. So let's have another count here. We have, I assume, military, so that's 2, 4, 9, 8. Investigator's gone, so never mind that. That is Finger Jade. Oh, there was a Finger Jade. Never mind. Let's do the count again. 2, 4, 9, 12, 13, 14. So that's 17 skill for WorkerBee against 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nostred. Yeah. Nobody will listen to me anyway. I'm literally the worst. Not Darren worst, but almost. Yeah. But it's kind of hard to beat Darren, you know. So in Scrub 10, so that's 18? 18 skill. Swordsmith finding a flank katana, so that's 20 skill. Another Swordsmith taking nothing. He has nothing left in his deck. Not assuming he has a Bonsai left in the hand. Okay, so can Scorpion somehow stop this? Oh yeah, there's a covert as well. I assume it's out of attachments. A dragon is never out of attachments. Yeah, just assert dominance. Going in political against the Shouju. There's the wave to Scorpion, and only a defense from the keeper initiative. Yeah, that is it. Wow, that was a really cool game actually. Well played by both players. When you get Fiddler Scorp to try to conquest US Dragon, you're in a good spot. Yeah. WorkerBee was still sitting on a juicy 5 honor. There were some interesting plays by Nostred in the beginning, going for that aggressive air, keeping himself at very high honor so he couldn't trigger blocks, not using that assassination to drag him down. On the first attack on the restoration. But I assume, I hope that Nostred watches this stream, and of course WorkerBee as well, and get to see the way they played and maybe learn something from it. Mostly because I just want them to watch my videos, because it makes me happy in certain places, and it is not in the brain. WorkerBee has taken all wins for Germany as of currently. Let's have a quick recap at what the standings are. It is currently 2-2, as England won 2 games. Thanks for watching, Medalia. What's the game that England has won? They have the Lion win, and what else? Thank you for watching, Sorsucket. I appreciate it. Who else has played for England? Phoenix Unicorn, Missy Cree, Dirk. Okay, yeah, I can see that going England's favor. So 2-2 in that matchup. That's very exciting. Gonna be cool to see the finishing games of that series. Let's have a quick recap before we leave here at the others. So Spain is currently 3-0 against Wales. Brazil is 1-1 against USA. Sweden is currently 3-0 against Singapore. Yeah, we're taking it back. Australia is 1-0 against Austria. As they should. Canada and France have yet to play. Netherlands is 2-0 against Chile. Switzerland and Philippines are 1-1. And Greece took out Scotland in a very dominant fashion. Yeah, I've heard of this Bai guy. I don't think he has won that many games. The Bai Nation even. And they're cheating in the clan makeup here. They have 3 cranes and 2 scorpions. Like, what is that about? Bunch of cheaters. They deserve to lose all their games. But speaking of bye, it's time for me to say bye-bye. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.